My friends, it's so great to see you again today. Now, remember, I said that we had like 5 sections left in the magic flute. So we're going to break it into 2 lessons. I'm going to do a lesson for today, and then I'm still going to post another lesson for next week because I don't want to push all of the information into your heads at once. And I like the idea of getting to see you one extra week where I wasn't going to be able to before. So here we are. What did you think? Finally, Papageno got to meet Papagena. He's been fighting against this the whole time, like, no, I don't want to fall in love. And then all of a sudden he saw her and he was like, I love her. Awesome. So today we're going to go to the second trial. So the second test that Tamino has to do to prove that he is worthy of Princess Pamina. So here we go. I've got my book. The second trial. Separated from her prince once more, Pamina couldn't help but feel miserable. She was wandering around the garden inside the temple when she met the boys, those 3 boys, who first guided Tamino through the forest. She begged them to take her to Tamino, wherever he was. The boys led her to a high, rocky place and pointed at 2 peaked mountains. That's where you'll find him, they said. Then they turned and left. Pamina ran on, calling out Tamino's name. As she approached the base of the mountains, she saw that a huge door made of metal bars had been cut into the side of each mountain. Through one, she could see a glowing furnace of flames. Through the other, a misty torrent of water. And a torrent is kind of like a big waterfall. Just then she spotted Tamino, flanked by 2 guards, walking toward the mountain of fire. She called out, and he ran to greet her. "Oh, Tamino, take me with you," she cried. "I want to be with you, even if the fire burns us or the water drowns us." "Oh, my Pamina," cried Tamino as he kissed her, "don't forget your magic flute." She told him, "It was made by my father, and it will protect us on our journey." The guards opened the metal gate in front of them and signaled to Tamino and Pamina to follow the cinder path that led deep into the mountain. As they walked forward, the walls of flames blazed on either side of them, meeting above their heads like an arch. The air was so hot that it hurt them to breathe. Sweat trickled down their foreheads and into their eyes, making it difficult for them to see. As Tamino played his flute, the searing heat became less intense, and the crackle of flames was replaced by a thunderous roar. Gradually, the path sloped down and was leading them into the mountain of water. Now, what we're going to see in the video that I show you is a different version, somebody else's version of the opera The Magic Flute. Here's the deal. The video has the singer singing in German, and the subtitles are in French. So double whammy that you're not necessarily going to know what's happening. So I will explain to you quickly. Everything that we just heard in this story, this section of the story, is what's going to be taking place. You will see in the background the way that they staged out the fire. It's kind of amazing. It looks like they used like red fabric and then some orange lights underneath it, and they're moving around, and you get the idea that they are going into this tunnel of flames. You'll see that Pamina is singing to Tamino that it does not matter as long as we're together and we do this together, our love will make sure that we stay strong and that we can make it through this. It's a nice message. If you work together, if you're working with somebody else, it makes the job easier. It makes your endpoint a little bit easier. It's nice to know that you have somebody to rely on. In this case, Tamino and Pamina are like a couple, right? They're in love. I know it's kind of gross to think about because you're young, but it doesn't have to be somebody who you love, like your boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing. If you have a friend, if you have a family member, when there's somebody that you can depend on when times are tough, it just makes doing things a little bit easier. So think also, while you're listening to the music, about who you have in your life. Who is somebody that you are happy to know will always be there for you, no matter what, thick or thin. They're going to help you go through a tough time and come out better on the other end. And then go one step further. Send a text, send an email, make a phone call, go into the other room and give someone a hug. Figure out who that person is and thank them for being there with you and for making your journey through whatever it is that you have to do a little bit better and a little bit easier. They'll appreciate it, and it's going to make you feel pretty good too. Okay, so watch the video below, and then we'll meet right back and we'll do the next section.